Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network.
Welcome back, everyone. I say this every time I get together with her. I'm amazed about the number of things that acupuncture can support. Today, we're going to talk about vitamins, or the lack thereof, in our bodies, specifically vitamin D. She's out of New York City. She practices all types of Chinese medicine, including acupuncture, and has so much insight. She's our professional of the year. Dr. Kelly is back with us. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good, Steve. How are you doing?
Intrigued to learn more about this because straight out here, I'm going to tell you, about a year ago, I did just routine labs and I was very low on vitamin D, so low, in fact, that they told me it was the lowest they've ever seen.
Wow.
And yeah, and I was surprised to learn that vitamin D is so important. You can tell us more, but this is what I learned, that it helps the absorption of other vitamins. If you're low on it, you can have brain fog and other issues. I had no idea until the labs came back. What else can you tell us about vitamin D and its importance?
Well, vitamin D, in general, right, usually we recommend people to go out, have some sun, but not a lot, of course. You have to be careful about, the sun maybe can damage your skin. You have to have, enough protection. But when we get exposed to the sun, our skin can convert cholesterol to precursor vitamin in liver. Then the liver will send that precursor vitamin D to the kidney. Our kidney will convert it to the vitamin our body can use, basically. There are like several chemical reaction happening about, vitamin D. So here, that's the Western medicine explanation, right? We hear about cholesterol, we hear about the sun, the skin, the liver, and kidney. So the most important organ we hear here is liver and kidney. That's the Western medicine explanation.
Wow. Okay. And what was the cholesterol connection to vitamin D you mentioned?
So basically, when we expose to the sun, our skin has the function to convert the cholesterol to a precursor vitamin D. There are like a lot of chemical reaction, but one of the very essential step is our skin convert cholesterol to a precursor vitamin D in the liver. Then liver will send that precursor vitamin D to the kidney. Kidney will convert that precursor vitamin D to the vitamin D our body can use. So there are several chemical reactions getting involved with vitamin D.
That being said, can a low level of vitamin D change your cholesterol reading?
That's a very interesting question. It's kind of like reverse, right? So our body use cholesterol to convert to vitamin D. If vitamin D is low, does that mean the cholesterol got affected? It could be, because, we are using the cholesterol to convert to vitamin D. So that's why, in Chinese medicine, we never just recommend the patient to take just supplement. Like, for example, people like to take, I take vitamin D, I take calcium, I take, but in Chinese medicine, we always recommend patient to take a formula. In Chinese medicine, same thing as Western medicine. Here, we are not conflict with each other at all, actually. In Chinese medicine, when we talk about low vitamin D, we also talk about the liver and the kidney also. People may have some problem about the liver or kidney. So we are kind of like endorse each other here.
So somebody like myself comes before you, hey, I just have labs done. My vitamin D level is really low. What would you do in terms of acupuncture to support that?
So usually, like we will ask you some question, right? So, for example, vitamin D sometimes related with calcium, calcium related with bone, bone in Chinese medicine in charge of by the kidney. So usually, if people have low vitamin D, they may have some kind of like a bone problem, right?
Mm.
Then, for example, do you have like lower back pain or knee pain, or do you have some brain fog? Do you kind of like getting cold easily? So because kidney in charge of the bone. When people have any bone-related problem like lower back pain, knee pain, usually we will ask some question about kidney. Like for example, do you get up like to use the bathroom at night during the sleep? If you get up, use the bathroom like more than one time, usually like kind of like an underlying kidney deficiency because kidney in charge of the urine, the bowel movement also of course the reproduction also, people may have some problem about reproduction also. So that's why when people come in, we always ask, there are a lot of questions we ask, about bathroom, about, the sleep, about, the digestion, about, it's like, do you running hot or cold, right? If people have kidney iron deficiency, they usually running cold, like they are like, for example, now we are kind of like going into winter. A lot of people will feel much colder than the normal people. Like some people even like in the summer, like people go into a AC room. Some people literally telling me, Dr. Kelly, I go into a AC room, I will sneeze right away. You know,
Hmm.
that's kind of like an underlying kidney iron deficiency. Of course, there could be other, underlying problem also. So when we ask this question, we kind of like, oh, so the kidney kind of like kidney iron deficient. That could be one of the reason people have low vitamin D. But also that could be kidney yin deficiency, but that's others, usually show the sign. Like for example, at night when you go to sleep, you kind of like have a night sweat. That's a sign of kidney yin deficiency. Or people have the tiredness, like the ear kind of like raining. That's another sign of kidney yin deficiency. So that's why the ask question is important, check the tongue is important, check the pulse is important.
So when somebody comes before you, I'm talking about labs I was confirmed it was low vitamin D, and if I knew acupuncture would support that, I'd be at your doorstep in a second. But they gave me a supplement. It was like 50,000 units. Take it one pill a week, and then the vitamin D started coming back to acceptable levels. When somebody comes before you, how would you even know? You're not doing labs, so how would you even know that they're low on vitamin D?
That's a good question, right? How do I know? That's why ask a question is important, right? Because vitamin D, calcium, the bone, the kidney, the liver. So usually when people have such problem, usually they have some signs connect. For example, if the liver, we talk about the Western medicine, right? The skin convert the cholesterol to a pre-coated vitamin D in the liver. So if people have a liver blood deficiency, then their vitamin D can be affected. Their vitamin D can be low, right? Because the liver is not strong. When you have like a liver blood deficiency, usually people have a sign kind of like they wake up. They just couldn't stay through the whole night. Their eyes can be like dry. They have like a dry eye or even dry skin. They may even have like dreams. They have a lot of dreams, like especially the next, of the night, like after 1 or something. They have a lot of dreams. that's another sign of liver blood deficiency. People may even, if like more severe, people can have like, even tremor, like, suddenly they just fell down or they may have dizziness. So it's all like kind of like related.
So yeah, I was actually gonna go in that direction. It seems like somebody comes before you, maybe they're low on vitamin D, but that's not your immediate concern. You're assessing the entire patient, and it seems like there's connections elsewhere, like the kidneys and other organs. Vitamin D is going to be low potentially in somebody, but there's also going to be other issues, if you will, and you're going to address all of those. And am I right in saying when you do address them with acupuncture, the vitamin D store will come back? That will come back eventually as you address the kidney issue and some of the other things.
Yes, you're right, Steve. Yeah, exactly. So, we always, Chinese medicine always, take the whole body, right? We look at the whole body. We don't just look at your vitamin D is low. We look at your liver, look at your kidney. So when we like take care of your kidney, take care of your liver, so your vitamin D will be normal because your liver is functioning, your kidney is functioning. So in that way, they can convert your cholesterol into vitamin D. So not gonna be low anymore. Um, yeah, that's the beauty about Chinese medicine. You come in for just low vitamin D, actually your liver got taken care of, your kidney got taken care of, your whole body's getting healthier.
So what if somebody comes before you and maybe they know they're low on vitamin D, maybe they have a slight cholesterol issue, maybe there's some calcium deposits, in their bloodstream or heart, and that's all been confirmed. Would you take care of all of those things at once? Because it sounds like a lot of things are related in Chinese medicine.
Yes, actually, I'm I'm a famous for taking care of everything. Like people come in just for one problem, I usually take care of the all the rest also. That's why people I think like me because like they come in just for one pain, but I take care of everything. Their whole body get healthier, like sleep got better, like they didn't even expect. Like I talk about this patient, right? She come in just for the pain. Her neck, and the back. So I treated her just for the pain, but her constipation, she said forever since she know she has constipation for her whole life. Now her constipation is gone. She has cramp, menstrual cramp forever. Now the menstrual cramp is gone. And her, of course, her pain also got much relieved. So she said, this is just a surprise, Dr. Kelly. I never expect my constipation can be gone. I never expect my cramp can be gone. But now I don't have any of them anymore. So
We're learning from you that all this stuff is usually connected. It's not just a low level of vitamin D. There's other things going on there that apparently could be causing that, and you address the whole situation. Let's go cholesterol. There's been a lot of talk about statins and whether we should be on them long term or not. Somebody comes into your office and they've been diagnosed with high cholesterol, maybe borderline high cholesterol. What can you do there?
actually, that's very good question. Cholesterol, right? Cholesterol also kind of like related with liver. So, of course, not isolated. In Chinese medicine, nothing is isolated because, we have five elements, right? Five elements related with the five organs. The five organs always have a, generate cycle and also have a control cycle to each other. So usually people have high cholesterol related with liver and spleen, actually. Now we talk about spleen again, right? Spleen. When people's spleen is deficient, they just simply cannot really transform the nutrients we are taking in into the qi and blood our body can use. Sometimes it can be a form of high cholesterol. So in that way, we need to, tonify the spleen. We need to also take care of the liver because liver also, is important.
Mhm.
Sometimes the people have, like liver qi stagnation, right? Because a lot of people, they working in the bank or whatever company, they have a lot of stress. When people have high stress, they gonna have like liver qi stagnation. When they have liver qi stagnation, usually that liver in Chinese medicine is wood. So when wood overact on the earth, which is spleen and stomach, which is the digestion, right? Your digestion just cannot really good. When people have a high stress, like we all kind of like experience it, right? When you're really stressful, your digestion gonna be really slow. You eat something, you just feel it sitting over there, like stone. So that can affect the spleen. When the spleen is not functioning very well, the cholesterol gonna be like kind of like high. So then people may even have high blood pressure. So then all these problem is like a serious problem, all related. So in that way, we need to treat liver, we need to treat spleen. There may be even like kidney related because all these chemical reaction all actually root back to the kidney. So that's why when people come in, we need to ask questions. We need to check the tone and pulse. Like for example, when people have a dent on the back of the tongue, that usually means people have like kind of kidney deficiency. So then usually these kind of people, they may have some problem about reproduction or about like bathroom or even some low back pain, knee pain stuff.
So if it is, let's say somebody has some higher cholesterol, elevated, not through the roof, but up there. How many sessions with you do you think it might take to get it down to a safe level?
So actually I do have a patient, one of the patient, she is a little bit on the kind of like borderline or high blood pressure, and her cholesterol also kind of like high. Her doctor want to put her, on statin. She doesn't really like um the medicine. She doesn't really like to, so she asked me to treat her. So I did put some points. Actually, very interesting. There are
Hmm.
some points for high blood pressure is on the neck. Some people kind of like, oh my God, on my neck. Is that safe? Actually, it's safe. I treated so many patients. So her blood pressure came down, her cholesterol came down. She doesn't really come in very often, actually, even. So I treated her. I couldn't say I just treated her once and it came down, but it pretty effective actually.
Wow. And connected to the neck.
Yeah, not the only point, but that's one point I will use is on the neck actually for, high blood pressure. And, again, there are some points like on the hand, on the arm, on the leg I will use. Like, that's why people feel like they come in for acupuncture, they feel very relaxed. And some people even losing weight. And literally, they said that my stomach getting smaller, like my muscle kind of like getting some muscle tone. They are very happy.
So I want to, in the time we have left, put a microscope on that for just a moment. That pressure point meridian in the neck that can address many things, I'm sure, but one of them being higher cholesterol. How? Where is it connected that it gets or is it like a direct connect to the liver? Like what's going on there?
Oh, very interesting question, Steve. So that point on the neck, actually it's stomach point. It is stomach point, but it's not just to kind of like, make your stomach getting stronger, you can digest food better. That's not only one function. Another function also is can make the vessel, our blood vessel also kind of like stronger, because when the blood vessel is weak, our body is so smart, we have to raise the blood pressure, right? Pump the blood so our blood can go to, our brain, so our body can function. So that points on the neck actually can make the blood vessel stronger. So it's very interesting. The acupuncture, it's amazing. Sometimes people kind of like feel like, how people even know this? Like it's a point on the neck, but actually it can make your blood vessel stronger, can make your digestion better, can lower your blood pressure, even like low cholesterol. How could this happen? So that's the beauty about acupuncture, Chinese medicine, because we have been practicing for thousand years on people, on real human being, live people. So that's the experience we got. We use that point. It can help you about high blood pressure, cholesterol. So that's the experience we did on so many people. Then we kind of like, we know that point can help you about this problem.
Amazing. And no meds. No chemicals in your body, no side effects. Once people get over the aversion to the needles, smooth sailing. I mean, it's just fantastic. Learn so much with you, Dr. Kelly, all the time. Want everybody to know you are in New York City. Kelly121acupuncture.com is your website. Obviously, you have to be in person to get acupuncture, but there's many other things that you can do on a consultation basis to support people through Chinese medicine, herbals, and such. And I want to throw out there too, you have a question, maybe a comment, maybe you had a journey with acupuncture, want to share it, instant feedback, steve@gmail.com. Dr. Kelly, as always, thank you very much for being here today. Really appreciate all the insight.
Thank you, Steve.
We'll be right back.
Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network.
Let's go inside the mind of a 10-year-old.
I should have worn those earrings today. I like those earrings. Gabby has those awesome earrings. I need to ask her where she got those, but that's just what she would want me to do. I'll have Michaela ask her for me.
Buckle up, Sarah.
Yeah, but then Michaela will be like, why don't you just ask her yourself? That's just like Michaela.
Sarah, buckle up.
Michaela's such a great name. I wish I was called Michaela. There's like a dozen Sarahs in my class.
Hey, we're not hitting the road until you buckle up, honey.
Oh yeah, seatbelt. I forget sometimes because my brain is like busy, I wonder if there's pizza at school today.
Sometimes it can be tough to get through to your kids, but it's not impossible. Always make sure they're wearing their seatbelts, even on short drives. Remember, you have the keys, you have the power. Never give up until they buckle up. A message from the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council. Visit safercar.gov/kidsbuckleup for more information.